That they just want to be heard and hope that their stories will resonate with other women to continue fighting for reproductive rights. I also met with a local group to learn what they do to educate women about their options. The overturn of Roe v. Wade, a nearly 50-year-old right to abortion, continues to create an uproar with protest after protest nationwide, and some of that concern is right in West Texas.
Healthcare is healthcare, and I think everybody deserves it, even us. I am not your baby maker. She is not your baby maker. You are not the baby maker.
And now, for the very first time on camera,
I am tired of being treated as if I'm less than a body.
Two women from Odessa are speaking out about their abortions before Roe v. Wade was overturned.
I didn't have enough money to have a kid. I already had a son, so I really was only able to provide for him at that point.
Emily Jolie and Mia Little both say they hope their stories will motivate other women to fight, speak up, and protect the future of reproductive rights.
We had worked so hard 30, 40 years ago to fight for this, and why are we taking it away?
During their pregnancies, Jolie and Little say it was extremely difficult to talk or even think about abortion.
Especially around here, you never really know who's on your side and who really wants the best for you as a person. You know what I mean?
Why do you say that, especially here? What makes you say that?
Well, I've grown up here in Odessa my whole entire life. And it's a very religious, very religious-driven society, an imposition of morality.
As for Jolie, she says it took her some time to opt for an abortion. She says after reaching out to the Life Center Midland for guidance, she felt pressured into having the baby. Life Center Executive Director Judy Rouse says the center only educates, it does not legislate.
That is not how we address people. If she's feeling pressured and she feels more pressured by learning her options, well, that would be a hard thing for her to navigate.
Its website says it's a group, faith-based alternative to abortion organization advocating sexual wellness through several ways of outreach.
We explain to them through a pamphlet called A Woman's Right to Know exactly what abortion is, and at the time that they would be in their gestation, what parenting is, and the support programs that can help them walk through the decision to parent.
We asked Sherry Howard, a registered nurse and intervention director at the center, if they have seen an increase of people seeking out birth control since the recent abortion ban in Texas.
You know, that's a very interesting question, and it almost makes me want to giggle a little bit because probably less than 1% of our clients that come in tell us that they have been using birth control.
The center says its #1 birth control is abstinence. Howard says if a woman has any questions, she says their doors are always open, no matter what.
We never, ever tell as far as an abortion or their choice of the pregnancy. No, we do not. We do not ever tell them what to do. It's not our choice to make. But we educate them so that at the end of the day, when they make that decision, they know all the facts.
We're not here to be moved. We're here to be who we are.
No woman should have to sit here and fight for their own rights.
As of today, what's front and center is the future of abortion pills, and if that could get banned. There's currently a lawsuit from a federal judge in Amarillo that could block the sale of the abortion drug mifepristone nationwide, which is currently FDA approved. And now to the Texas legislature, where currently it's considering a bill called SB 24 that would promote healthy pregnancy and childbirth. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick issued this statement saying in part, quote, "As a Christian and a conservative, I have always been committed to helping as many women choose life as possible. When the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022, I said this was an acknowledgement of the truth. When an abortion is performed, a human life is ended." End of quote. Reporting in studio, Ozzy Mora, ABC Big 2 News.